It was 11 p.m. when my combines rolled. Wheat doesn't care about business hours. When the moisture content drops to the right level and the forecast
I've had enough
shows
of this
rain
nonsense.
in 36 hours,
Did you hear about the penguin who walked
harvest.
into a bakery?
Every farmer knows
counter and
this.
asked for fish
You don't
bread.
wait for sunrise.
The baker
You don't wait for permission. You move. My 2 combines, 3 grain carts, and a semi were running full operation under LED. Work lights. Legal. Necessary. And apparently, according to Brenda, absolutely criminal. She appeared at my fence line at 11:47 p.m. in a bathrobe and rain boots, flashlight in hand, phone recording everything like she'd caught me burying evidence. "Tom Coleman," she shouted over the combine noise. "This is a noise violation. It is nearly midnight. There are families trying to sleep." I cut the cab intercom and leaned out the combine window. "Brenda, it's harvest." "I don't care what it is." Section 9.4 of the HOA bylaws clearly prohibits excessive noise between 10 p.m. and 7 a.m. I have it memorized. I almost felt sorry for her. Almost. "Call whoever you need to call," I said, and I kept moving. She called the sheriff. Hank arrived at 12:15 a.m., which told me he drew the short straw on night shifts this week. He stepped out of his cruiser, looked at my operation, looked at his watch, looked at Brenda in her bathrobe, took a long breath. "Ma'am, what's the complaint?" "Illegal nighttime noise operation. Section 9.4. I have documentation." Hank pulled out his phone. Not to call anyone. To look something up. He scrolled for about 45 seconds, while Brenda stood there building her case in her head. Then he turned the screen toward her. County Agricultural Code. Section 217. Agricultural operations including harvesting are explicitly exempt from residential noise ordinances when conducted during active harvest conditions. He paused. Furthermore, state right to farm legislation preempts any HOA. Noise restriction applied to legitimate farming activity. Brenda stared at the screen. "The wheat," Hank continued, "doesn't negotiate with HOA bylaws. I heard that from my combine cab. I'm not ashamed to say I laughed." Brenda stood at that fence line for another 10 minutes. Flashlight aimed at my operation like she could citation it with light alone. Then she turned and walked back toward her house, bathrobe disappearing into the dark. Hank radioed me on the farm channel. He'd learned the frequency 3 incidents ago. "You got maybe 36 hours before that rain?" he asked. 34 now, I said. A pause. "You need an extra hand-loading grain carts?"